Nothing. Hello, it's me, Andy Denson. This is DinnerViews episode 3, baby. What did you order?
We ordered SideWok Cafe, which is probably my favorite Chinese restaurant within my delivery range. Is thebomb.com, and I would say that what I appreciate about it the most is that they have an entire fake meat menu and a real meat menu, so you can make everybody happy. It's wonderful if you're addicted to people pleasing. I highly recommend it. What did you order, Andy?
I ordered rice, crab and cheese wontons, and orange vegan vegetarian orange chicken. The sink is leaking.
I know, it's always fucking leaking. I told my landlord that the sink was leaking, and they told me 2 things. 1, it might just be rust in the fixture, and 2, jiggle it.
Oh.
They didn't tell me they would ever fix it. Going with the chow mein. Here you go. Success.
Look at these plates. This is a mushroom plate.
So cottagecore. We got the orange chicken. I'm really excited about the orange chicken, actually, because I've never tried it, because I always just go on autopilot and get sesame.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Hey, Satan.
I knew it was about to run, but it didn't.
Also, I'm like so glad that I trusted myself on getting 2 orders of these.
Yeah, we're gonna need it.
We're gonna need it.
So what I love about cheese wontons is
Did they
that
give us chopsticks?
no.
No, they're trying to save the earth. I think I actually had to throw away all of my chopsticks. Here's a fork so you can eat Chinese food like an American.
Yeah, I want to use my fingers.
I know, I just want to like eat like a dog. So good.
Do it.
Mmm.
We have plenty of rice. Rice is life. Hashtag Philippines.
We're excited. This is gonna be good. Chicken's gonna be good.
I like trying people's vegetarian options.
Are you like a full-on omnivore? Is there any meat you still shy away from?
I don't eat shrimp because I'm anaphylaxis.
There's some fake meat I think is delicious. I just had one.
This is collective consciousness.
This is what our collective consciousness did today. We've manifested Chinese food and conversation, which is really what DinnerViews is about.
What is DinnerViews not about?
DinnerViews is not about being hungry. We don't want to leave you hungry spiritually or psychologically either. We want to nourish you as we're being nourished with food.
How you like that?
How you like them apples?
This is delicious.
I know. Tell them more about just like what's up. What are you doing? What do we do today, Andy?
Oh, today, and I took the bus instead of taking Uber. At the bus stop I went at, it was really quite a happening. There was like a guy selling crack, and then he started smoking crack with the patron, and he was announcing that he was selling rocks, and more people actually bought it, and I was like, wow.
He understands his target clientele.
Yeah.
And he has a business with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about crack cocaine because we were watching a Freddie Gibbs music video, and then it just went on autoplay on YouTube playing Freddie Gibbs music videos, and he actually has a video where he's playing a character that's like an imitation of Rick Ross, who, if you don't already know the history, is one of the most famous crack dealers in American history. As on top of having a rap career. Freddie Gibbs had like the full perm in his hair, and he's very like 70s out. He's trying to make a connection of him to Rick Ross because he wrote the song when he was in jail for drugs. So if that's a good character archetype to be playing with, given that narrative.
I just realized we're recording vertically.
Maybe we can have something interesting going on the side.
Now we're horizontal. That's okay. We can make it work.
As they say on Project One.
I feel kind of, you make it work. I feel like happy that I'm eating, but I'm also like feeling sleepy.
I feel so nourished by this though.
Same.
It really is delicious. Mmm.
So tell me about your least memorable meal that you've had all week.
That's so hard because it was probably like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I had for lunch, and like that was it. Like there was no sides or anything. I wasn't too hungry. I was feeling kind of lazy and like groggy. But after I had that, I actually went on a yoga retreat that was catered by my auntie, who had a 30-year professional catering career. So I spent most of the week eating her American, Mexican, and Persian cuisine is what she cooked.
American.
Exactly. It really was a melting pot, literally and figuratively.
Do you find that some foods do the opposite of nourishment?
Yes. I think that for me, the biggest thing, because of the fact that I'm prone to laziness, depression, and my body running cold, anything
Yeah,
heavier,
you're 82 degrees.
anything a little bit heavier,
91.
if I eat anything a little bit heavier and it's not like the summertime when I have the heat to help me metabolize things, it just screws me over. Actually, I was incredibly sad because I ate a bunch of Ethiopian food this week and it made me feel very sick from how hard it was for me to digest all of that injera bread. But I used to, in my mid-20s, just eat the same portion, the same food, like there's no tomorrow. So
Do you regret that?
I don't particularly regret it, because
Do you regret anything?
it's hard to regret things, because like I think some regrets are actually healthy though, because it teaches you what not to do.
True. Yeah, I think all regrets are like life lessons. Like I had this
Yeah.
one friend who used to say that eclairs were diet finger foods, and I would eat those all the time, like 10 in one sitting. And I don't regret what I did. I just didn't know. Regrets are lessons.
I feel like regret is just like a stronger word that you can use to describe, oh, I just didn't know, oops.
Yeah.
Like if it's a really painful, oops, that's a regret.
I don't regret anything though.
Because I've made things into lessons,
Yeah,
and so it's harder to regret things when it's like, this actually helped my character development.
absolutely.
I think that's what people mean when they say no regret. It's just like, make the most of your life.
No regrets. This rice is good.
I like how they did it. This place is so good.
I feel very satisfied. I think this is for the tofu.
That is for the tofu, but I'm dipping everything in there.
Do you like mustard in yours? Your wontons?
I like mine. I was reading, so sometimes I read Wikipedia when I have insomnia, and I was reading Angelina Jolie's Wikipedia the other day.
How was that?
She has an incredibly dark past.
What happened?
She had a lot of trouble with self-harm as a teenager, and a lot of trouble with family relationships. It seemed like there were probably some like clinical narcissists in her nuclear family.
You have John Boyd.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so she spent a lot of time out on the streets, like doing heroin.
Right.
Part of the reason why she struggled to get roles initially is because people thought that she was too dark and too edgy in terms of her presence. More recently, she played Maleficent, so she made work for herself.
I think now it's clearly established that things that were used against her are some of her greatest assets.
Exactly.
Girl Interrupter, she won an Academy Award as supporting actress, and that was dark and edgy.
I think she's a great actress.
I do too.
Well, also, yeah, I feel like after a while, I would, if I was an actor, get burnt out on it, and I would need to have other career paths. If I was in an alternative universe where I'm an actor, I would still be doing music.
Yeah, for me, I think like right now it's good that I'm acting, but I also have films as my foundation and starting to get into music now. I think being an actor just all the time and like getting big blockbuster roles would be kind of, draining.
How do you feel about method acting, since it's very controversial from like a psychological perspective?
I think method acting, you don't necessarily need to be a method actor to act. You don't have to have any sort of technique to act. It tends to be toxic, physically, emotionally, verbally, and it's not good for the performer or the people that they're collaborating with on set. And I think that if given the opportunity soon to act in a film, like a deep dive into some sort of subculture or type of lifestyle that I wasn't familiar with, I think I would do research and bring the research onto set, but keep it in a professional boundary, not like let it drag into my outside of the work. It's easy and it's like considered like glamorous for certain types of actors. White cis male actors can get away with method acting more so than any other type of actor. a lot of times if someone who's not white, person of color or whatever, tries to do method acting, there is a lot of stigma attached to it, because I can't think of any actors who use that method that are famous for it that are not white.
That's super interesting, because the examples of method acting that come to my mind first are definitely cis white men.
Yeah.
I think of course,
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis, totally terrifying character. That sounds like a toxic boundaries issue on set. And then the other one that I think of course, everybody thinks of Heath Ledger's Joker as like the biggest cautionary tale around method acting. I think about Alan Rickman playing Snape and how he just scared children all day. More recently, what I think about actually is Donald Glover's performance on Atlanta, playing that character Teddy Perkins. Right. And that's a person of color method acting, but he was in such convincing whiteface the entire time that nobody knew.
He looked like that character.
Shrouded all of that in mystery intentionally.
I think it depends, like, method acting case by case. Like, from like Heath Ledger's standpoint, the boundaries were so not there that it ended his life. And then with Daniel Day-Lewis, on the other hand, and even Donald Glover, they achieved sort of acclaim for their roles that were known to be using that technique. I think like with Donald Glover, it seems like his sets are very healthy in terms of communication and boundary setting. Like for the This Is America music video, of all of the background dancers were children. The background dancers were saying how Donald Glover was letting them know that if anytime they felt like the effects or like what they were seeing was too grim, that they could take breaks or leave or whatever if it didn't feel like something they're up for.
So good, because there's so much controversy around overworking children actors. Right. What a stand-up guy. I love his work.
I think we should dedicate this episode to Donald Glover and Morgana Smith for being patrons.
Woo!
Or inspirations. Rice makes me a little bit lethargic.
Rice
Ramen
is
really good.
filling.
We didn't even really show the platter. I guess it's like a mukbang, but we didn't. It's empty now. We're kind of like, what was your favorite part if you had to isolate one part?
It was the orange chicken.
Yeah, that hit the spot. That was bomb.
I'm obsessed.
You had the sesame chicken there before, right?
I've had their sesame chicken. Their sesame chicken is amazing, which is part of my inkling around the orange chicken. That's what it was. It was like, I've had this. This isn't too far of a cry from that.
For me, I think that next time we have this, we're definitely gonna get sesame chicken, so I can try that one, or if I'm ever in this area.
SideWok Cafe, definitely support them. Like I said earlier, it's great for anybody to eat there. Vegetarian, they have vegan stuff, they have meat.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Also, their appetizers, we got the crab and cheese wontons, and those are fucking fire, no cap. I'm in like a different headspace than you. I'm just like feel like a high from food. Comment if you eat with MSG or if you don't. I tried it both ways. I mean, in the Philippines, we eat a lot of food with Denson or MSG, but I prefer like foods that are cooked naturally.
I think for me with food in general, like I like to have a whole spectrum of foods. Like I like to eat like vegetables, just raw or sauteed or cooked, whatever, and I like to eat sometimes like processed food.
Meats, fish,
and drinking lots of water.
But having a spectrum of things in your diet is good for your inner fauna.
I've been learning a lot about that lately because of the fact that for a while I would have stomach aches almost every single morning. And then I had this realization after going through several panic attacks about, am I pregnant or do I have ulcers? I had this realization of, no, I'm just eating a bunch of food late and I'm not eating foods that are digestive aids.
Yeah, like
so now,
fibers.
Exactly, fiber's good.
Fibers, and I have fortune cookies. Are you ready to open your fortune and read our fortunes out loud? And I want to say this is like a manifestation video, a peaceful, calm DinnerViews episode. Just like a standard, just Emily and Andy version, no guests, no frills.
No cap.
No cap. So whatever we get in our fortune cookies, this is going to be something that's going to happen to us tomorrow.
Ooh.
So that's something.
I just got tingles in my head when you said that. Like ASMR effects. Just like...
I'm gonna read mine first. Don't be over self-confident with your first impression of others. That reminds me of a lot of different people that I've been meeting lately. My Learn Chinese zodiac is rat, shoe, and my lucky numbers are 41, 35, 15, 16, 29, and 9. So when you add all those numbers up together, it'll give you a single digit number.
So what mine says is change is happening in your life, so go with the flow. I'm supposed to go with the flow and go with change tomorrow. And then the Learn Chinese is the day after tomorrow, which is, I think is, you say who? Tian. That's my best guess. I'm sorry if I offended anyone with that. But then my lucky numbers are 20, 35, 14, 45, 39, and 19. And the one of these that I have been seeing the most lately is 14. The other day I was playing Mario and
You're in 14th place?
I was collecting coins as one does in a Mario game, and my coin amount said 14, 14, 14. It was 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. And I was like, angel number, whoa.
Whoa.
I'm just like steeped in Libra energy my whole life.
I'm steeped with water signs.
I'm water sign.
I know. Cancer.
So is there,
So is
so
my
is your
sister,
mama.
so my mom. My dad is Aquarius, so air.
Aquarius. So they were an Aquarius Pisces couple.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you know about those? Because that's like what I've been trying to learn more about for research for Lucraine.
So here's what I can say about both of these signs. All of the signs have different myths behind them, right? Aquarius is going to be the myth of Ganymede, who is, he was kidnapped by Zeus and brought up to Mount Olympus and was told that he had to be essentially Zeus's cabana boy.
Oh.
And so, and he did it for a while, but then after a while he got really angry by this like indentured servitude. And so he was gonna bring Zeus a drink, but instead he was like, no, I'm gonna stand up for myself instead. And so what he did was he poured it out. So that's why when you see Aquarius, you see the water bearer pouring the water. And that is the myth of how all of the rivers and lakes and oceans on Earth were formed.
Oh, whoa.
Is from Ganymede pouring out the drinks. And then Zeus was like, stop, it's overflowing, there's too much water, I'll make you a constellation, I'll make you a star. So that's how we have the constellation Aquarius, is from Zeus bribing him to stop
flooding
the earth.
Whoa.
And then Pisces is an interesting one. Pisces, the archetype around it, you know, people often associate fish with Jesus Christ. We're in the age of Pisces right now. People keep saying it's the age of Aquarius, but it's actually, like the popular musical Hair says, it's still the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Oh,
and we
so
won't be in the age of Aquarius for about another 100 years.
Well, I want to be in the age of Aquarius.
I know. But we're going to be seeing all of these signs that we're entering the age of Aquarius because Pisces, a big theme around it is illusions and the religious illusion. So
Yeah, my mom's super religious.
exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people who are born under that sign,
Are good at
religion
music, too.
is a big theme. Yeah, they're good at music. They tend to be good at music because they're good at going with the flow because they're mutable signs. That's what that means. A lot of times they just have dreamy energy to me too. They're prone to illusions.
Yeah.
Like they don't see through the illusions in their life as easily, and sometimes that's their biggest learning. And that's our biggest learning collectively since we're in the age of Pisces. A lot of people not falling back on organized religion as much.
Right.
The age of Pisces started with the age of, Jesus as well. It's the shift from BC to AD, also the shift out of the last zodiacal age. And so now we're here, have like all of these religious illusions in society. There's a lot of people are, hung up on dogma. There's a lot of just going through the motions of religion too, instead of like taking the deeper lessons from it. There's a lot of lies being spread through religion that are making people more bigoted, like sexual abuse issues in the church with certain churches. There's like homophobia in certain churches. So our work for this age is to see through the religious illusion so we can go to the freedom and rebellion oriented word.
The continuum of the mythology, it never ends. It's like a cycle. I read somewhere that we never die. Just keep coming back and experiencing all types of consciousness from every part of the universe, every parallel universe, every alternate reality until we are one with the all.
All about the return. Come back here.
Experiencing it all.
We come back to ourselves.
Yeah.
YOLO!
Thank you, and keep on watching. So yeah, thank you for watching DinnerViews. And if you boost me up that ladder, I'll boost you up yours. Ladder Production Films, Effortless Cinema, 2022. The end of the world.
We thought that was the end of the world. Apparently,
We still technically could be reaching.
it's really, it gives, everything that's happened in the last couple of years is everything about. Everybody is forced into ascending right now.
Yeah, and I think like even now when I'm in public, when I took the bus to get here, there's still like, we're still in the midst of a pandemic. And then also it's like, then there's also people who completely, there's just like so many different paralleling realities and it's all coming to a head. And I think it's part of the revelation of it all, the lifting of the veil.
Interesting you say Revelation, because that's a book in the Bible
Yeah,
about
lifting of a veil to reveal something new in the world, ending of something and the beginning of something else. I'm happy to like,
I think that because of the fact that we both chose to do a yoga practice a little bit earlier in the day,
it helps.
it really mellows us out. We both have our like soft pink on
Yeah.
too, as like a calming affirmation. I just feel so
So chill. Thank you guys for watching.
Hope you're having a chill time too. If you're not, leave a comment below.
Yeah, and also be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Ladder Production Films.
Ciao for now.
What did you say?